Hey everybody, welcome to Y'all Gaming, the only show on the internet that asks, are y'all gaming? We are here once again to talk to you guys about video games. And I'm here, I'm Coney, and that's TK. TK, how are you doing today?
What's up? I'm good. Well, no, not really good, but we're gonna make it work. I want to see what this is about real quick. We were looking at the bounty board, and Seafood got an expansion today, and
Hell
I'm like,
yeah.
well, what's in the expansion, brother? Because that's what Seafood Arena is. Will it be free? Rolling out the main highlight. Surprise edition of Arena's expansion will boast new location challenges and 5 modes. Jeez.
Apparently this came out March 28th, and it says it's the 4th major free content update. How did I not know Sifu was still getting updated? I feel so stupid.
To be honest, yeah, because I mean,
I
everyone was
love
cracking
that
onto
game.
that game, and then yeah, I thought it seemed like one of those like, all right, I did it, it's done, and then I move forward. But no, there's more stuff. They added 9 new locations, added 45 merciless challenges in the arena's expansion, and 5 new game modes added. They didn't tell me what the game modes were, but that's what's all added. So I guess I'll um like update my Sifu now.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
so didn't know that. But anyway. That's not what we're here to talk about. But if you just got that news that Sifu is expanded, well, there you go. Welcome. You're welcome. Today we're going to talk about. We got 2 games to talk about, and then of course I actually got a chance to go see the Mario movie. So if you watched last week's, you heard me say that I was going to go see it that day, and I did, and I think it was pretty neat. And that's all I can really say about it. Like I think if you're, there's not much substance to the movie where I think that like it was a deep and compelling story, like or it's like some gritty game adaptation or whatever. It was just Mario in Mario World doing Mario things and a lot of references to things that you know if you know Mario. And I think they did a good job. And that's all I can really say about that. I do think you said something about Seth Rogen's DK,
Yeah, it was
and
bad.
I was like, when he first did the Seth Rogen laugh, I was like, okay, like you've immediately lost my immersion because DK
Yes.
would never laugh like
No,
that.
that's
Like
not
all
how he
your
does it.
lines, it's whatever, but like the laugh just threw me all the way off.
He's laughed in a couple games too, and we know he doesn't sound like that. But okay, fine. Yeah, it wasn't good.
So
We could spoil it now, right? I mean, like
no,
it's
no,
been what,
it's
two
been a week.
weeks? Oh,
It's
it's
been a
been
week,
one
bro.
week. Oh,
It's
all
been a
right.
week. Come
Maybe
on
not.
now, like let's.
Maybe not. Then I guess I don't know. I. There's not really anything even to spoil. It's not that kind of thing. It's just
Yeah, I don't think there's any like surprise cameo appearances in the movie that people don't already know are going to happen.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like every character that has been that you have seen or that you know is in the movie. Like I think I didn't know that. Well, I wouldn't say I even knew. Also, yeah, that was the other thing. Just I don't think Cranky Kong's voice really fit Cranky Kong either.
Dude,
But
he was bad.
yeah,
I think
I
he
don't
was
know.
actually worse than DK. Now that the more I think about it, like that was, yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, I had no qualms with the movie. I know people. I don't know. I thought it was kind of messed up that like if you're gonna use the guy who actually voices Mario in the same movie, like why not just let him do the whole thing? Like
I
because he
thought it
was
was a
the
nice way because they made him. I
he did the line, he did the thing.
he did the line, but he was also the dad. Did you know that?
No, I did not know
I
that
didn't know
actually.
that either until I
Okay.
heard about it later. So they gave him like I was shocked too. I was like, oh wait, he's Mario's dad too. Oh okay, that's cool.
Did we ever get their names?
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
okay.
Just mom
All
and
right.
dad.
Mom and dad. Mom and dad.
Mom and Pop Mario, yeah. But no, it was very good. I thought Fred Armisen is cranky, and that was weird because Fred Armisen is like a really good actor, right? He
That's
does a
my
lot of
guy.
comedy stuff, but like he was really trying too hard with this cranky thing. I think he had to dial it down like two things. How did you feel about the licensed music? Because like it kind of annoyed me, especially because like apparently there were actual tracks that they could have used that they just decided not to. That feels really cynical to me. Like
Yeah,
they
they could
thought
have used like
audiences.
licensed Nintendo music.
Yeah, so there's a song. So there's that track that plays when they're doing the Donkey Kong thing in the cart, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a full song that was already made that incorporates like Donkey Kong bits in that,
Oh,
and they just didn't use it. They used an '80s song instead, and that's disappointing because I'm sure they had stuff for the other stuff too. You know?
I mean, I don't. I think knowing this fact now, I can see how that would rub some people the wrong way. I did not know, and like I think that the songs that they picked per se did work with the movie.
Okay,
However, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna make some original, like why not use the original? But I
sure.
guess they were already like, we have to make sure we can capture the the normie audience, because I said her to somebody. Somebody asked me like, if you knew nothing about Mario, what would you rate this movie? And I was like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like a 5 maybe. Like it's an all right movie. Like if you're talking about just from a movie standpoint, but like it's the fact that it's a Mario movie and I know all these references. But I feel
Yeah.
like if you don't know these references and like and you hit you hit like some original Mario song with a couple of bongos in there, and someone's like, oh, that's that DK. Someone in there is not gonna know that, and they're gonna be
Right.
like, "What the
Yeah.
is this song?"
Well, especially
So,
because DK is way less like casual appealing, I think, than Mario. Like, obviously, DK just doesn't have the same pull. So
yeah, he don't got that. He don't got that Riz.
no.
Sorry, DK.
Hey, he'll have a new game this year, maybe. I'm waiting for that DK. They keep saying there's another 3D DK movie coming, but or game
Yeah.
coming, but whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought it was good, but yeah, I feel the same way as you. I was happy with how good it was in that it didn't really blow my mind, but I was like, okay, this is what I wanted, which is fine. That's good.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
Other thing we were talking about was Have a Nice Death, which you have played. I was gonna play it because I got an offer on one of those key sites, and by the time that I looked at it, the offer expired. So I was like, all right, well, maybe not. But it looked pretty good. What do you think?
Uh, there was a review, and I think this review put it in like good, like in it put it in the way that I was thinking. But
Uh huh.
basically, the review said that it's doing a lot of good things, but it's not doing a lot of good things better than the things that it's probably taking those things from. So,
Sure.
like, it looks like Hollow Knight, and to an extent, it kind of plays like Hollow Knight, but it isn't Hollow Knight. It has pretty decent combat, like Dead Cells, but it isn't Dead Cells. So it's like you're
Ah,
combining like all these pieces that of these A plus games, or like the A plus pieces of these games, and then you made like a B plus game. So is the game good? Yeah, it's fun, but I am not drawn into it like I am with other roguelikes like
sure.
Hades and like Dead Cells and just Risk of Rain, Gunfire Reborn. Like all those ones have like really drawn me into them. And even on like some of the like lesser known ones like Dreamscaper, because I think the atmosphere of that one was insane. Like it was just I've never played any other game like that where it's like you're fighting, in your dreams or whatever. So
Sure.
and like that was a cool setting. All the other like roguelikes use like gritty and you know, like I get that. That's usually what it is because like it's roguelikes are kind of centered around death.
Yeah.
Normally, like you die a bunch and then you finally win. So I get that, but like Dreamscaper's not like that. You kind of just wake up from the dream, and I think that's cool. But yeah, have a nice death. I think I've played about like I'd say about 6-7 hours of it. I've gotten to like World 3, and then I've
Okay.
died a bunch there. And yeah, just like I don't know, like I feel like with each like run, this is the first time I think in a rogue like that. At each run that I failed, I get increasingly more annoyed instead of being like, all right, I made it a little farther. Like maybe we'll
Yeah.
make it a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
farther
Yeah.
this time. So I'm getting the reverse effect of what you're supposed to get from a roguelike. Like you go a little further, you unlock some more shit, you're like, oh, this is gonna make my run better. But I'm not getting that effect from having nice right now. I kind of like do like 2 or 3 runs a day, and I'm like, all right, bro, that's enough for me.
That's how I felt about Curse to Golf. If you remember that,
Mm-hmm.
it was like a golfing roguelike, and usually I feel the same way where it's like I want to get right back into it. But that game just like annoyed me, and I played it less and less. But yeah, Have a Nice Death. That like when I was looking at some footage of it, it looks like I felt the same way you're talking about, where it's like, why would I do this? I have 10 games like this that feel more distinct. What's the hook, right? What's the big appeal? And I didn't see one.
I think if you like some of there's like some decent dialogue in it. It has that like Invader Zim esque, like
Oh,
you
yuck.
know, like like not dialogue, but like main character esque like type deal,
Okay, sure.
like Billy and Mandy esque kind of type. So like I feel like yeah, okay, cool. Like if you're into that, yeah, but like I'm not gonna get into a roguelike for the dialogue. And I have read some things, but like normally I'm just skipping through whatever these people are saying. Because if you're
Sure.
not gonna give me something like or there's not a highlighted word in whatever you're saying, I don't care. Like that's just, I need to go back to chopping or hitting buttons. So
Sure.
I think the concept of like you like beating up like your employees to get them back in line is kind of funny, but other than that, like no.
It's not
Like
worth it for that.
there's really nothing that I think is like setting that game apart from any other roguelike that you could be playing and spending more time in on.
Yeah, I felt like the hook just was kind of weak, but okay, that's kind of unfortunate. I don't know. I was excited for it a while ago because it looked different, right? But no, I hear you. That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
well, I thought I was gonna have a nice time playing it, but I'm indeed not. So
well, there's
next
a lot of
roguelike though,
other
there
good
is another
games.
one on the way. Hold on, let me see if I think it's called Spirit Fall or something like that. Uh,
Spiritfall?
I don't know, called Spirit
I don't remember
Fall.
that at all.
It's not out yet. That's why it's a new roguelike called Spiritfall. And well, there's a video that says Spiritfall new roguelike is incredibly good. And well, I haven't bought it yet because I haven't really been playing my Steam Deck, and it's also early access. I kind of hate buying early access games
Oh, I'm
now.
not doing that. No.
Yeah. Well, it's like early access and has a lot of stuff, but like I bought
This look
another
like a
roguelike.
Flash game. What
Bro,
the?
it's a Smash game though.
It
It's like
looks like
Smash Brothers though.
I don't like this.
Okay, buddy. Like, what do you like? What's wrong with Flash games in the first place? Weren't you
No.
a big fan of frame makers for like a day?
I liked it enough. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I didn't go crazy. This is ugly, bro. I'm not touching this.
Okay,
L.
I'll be in there playing it because I'm Mr. Roguelike Breezy. But
Go
that's not
for
what
it.
I was
That's
talking
you.
about. I can't. I have to open my Steam account real quick since we're already on the topic of roguelikes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you probably not gonna like this one either.
Probably not.
Nope. So how far down? Like, how do I go by? Like, recently played. Here we go. Here we go. Last played. Damn, Framemaker's kind of up there for real.
Really? In your
Framemaker's
last
is like
play, you've been on that?
No, it's in my top row because
Okay.
I've like since Framemaker's came out, I played Need for Speed Heat, Tekken 7, Wild Hearts, Apex Legends, and Flash Party. So that sounds about
Yeesh.
right.
Okay.
That sounds about right. Hold on. Midnight Fight Express was a banger.
I did like Midnight Fight Express. I liked that a lot. I played it for a while, but I didn't. I always had that thing where I play a game and I'm like, I love it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna 100%. I'm gonna get every collectible. I'm really, and then I beat it. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, the idea of going to get that 100%. Like I'm doing that currently with Horizon, and I'm at 70%, and I was like, gee, like I beat the game,
No.
and I was just like, do I think I can get it in before the DLC drops? And I could, but the 70% that I'm missing is like the more tedious stuff that I don't want to do.
Sure,
So it's
yeah.
not like side missions or stuff. It's like, doing puzzles and like that, and I don't know, just don't like doing that.
It
all the
always
time. Anyway,
gets harder the more that you have. Yeah.
Spiritfall looks like 2D Hades. How are you hate? That's not true.
No,
Let's not
come
let's
on.
not lie. You don't have to
Yeah.
lie. Like
It looks like 2D Hades. Yeah, put them side by side. Yeah, listen, if you're gonna try to gas a game up, you don't have to go straight to 11.
I was like, bro, like I'm with you on the game is cool, but you don't have to lie. Like you know how like someone's like you're on the same side of someone, but then they make the point so bad that you have to swap sides. Now you
Yeah,
got me on the other
he's on
side.
my team now. You blew it, bro.
Anyway,
That
but
was
the game
too
I was
far.
talking about was Astral Ascent.
Astral Ascent. Okay.
Yeah, and
I'll
that
be
game,
the judge of that.
that game was in early access, and I played it. And the gameplay of it is very fun. However, early access only gave you 3 bosses. And
Okay.
it's a Zodiac game. Yeah, so it was like it makes sense for you to have 12 bosses, obviously. Zodiac. They only gave me 3, and then I got to the third, and you actually couldn't even fight the third boss. It was just like he said something to you, and then the screen went white, and then it was like, "Thanks for playing. We will keep working." This is why I don't like. This is why I don't do games like that.
Right.
Yeah, because it's just not. I mean, it's just not worth it. You know what I mean? Like I want to play the whole game. So like if I get a little far in, and then yeah, it's just not. That's not it.
And coming back to it later sucks. Like I felt that way about Dead Cells, where I played a bunch and I just didn't want to come back to it. Also, this looks just like Dead Cells. Like it looks very similar.
I see that.
But okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Kaz, you need your eyes checked if you think Hades looks like a Spiritfall.
Yeah, that's
all.
crazy.
Anyway, we're moving forward.
I'm all serious. I'm not even all hating it. Well, before we get on to the third thing, which is something I've been playing that we've talked about before, but I just wanted to talk about briefly. We have a sponsor read, and I can't have it in front of me because TK's camera is up here, so I'm going to let him tackle it. TK, can you tell us about who's sponsoring us today?
Yeah, well, listen, you don't have to see the food with your eyes like Cass. You can actually see the food with your mouth, and that food
Mmm.
is Factor. Okay, now you want ready-made meals that you can easily heat up and make happen. Well, go ahead and do that, man. Too busy to cook this spring with Factor? Skip the trip to the grocery store and skip the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too. Factor fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy, then get back outside and soak up that warmer weather, which is
Mm-mm.
nice because it is definitely warm outside right
It's
now.
getting
So,
nice.
if you're trying to do that, you want to soak up some of that warm weather, then head over to factormeals.com/y'allgaming50 and use the code y'allgaming50 to get 50% off your first box. That's code y'allgaming50 at factormeals.com/y'allgaming50 to get 50% off your first box. So that's gonna bring that box down to like $10 or something. You know what I mean? Like, get in
Yeah,
there,
that's
bro.
cheap.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't say cheap. I should say inexpensive. $50 off first box. Great way to support the show as well. And everybody that I've heard that has tried these Factor meals loves the stuff. It's very convenient. Definitely check it out. You can check out the link in the chat right now, or just go to factormeals.com/y'allgaming50. YALL gaming 50. Okay. Thanks for them for sponsoring the show.
Yes.
So the third thing is something you talked about for a while, and I was all hating. And I was like, I don't know if I like it. It looks like a Zelda game. And it kind of is.
But
I'm kind of liking Tunic. I'm not loving it. I just rang the West Bell. So I did the East and the West Bells. But it's interesting. And I kind of like it more than I thought that I would. So, I just wanted to come back around and talk about it. You beat the game, right? You did everything, right?
no,
You never beat it?
I'm not that far into it, bro. Like,
What? You played it so long ago.
yeah, I played it, but like I probably have like maybe like 6 hours to it. That game
We're
kind of
probably
hard,
on the
bro.
same. I feel like we're on the same area then, because I'm
Yeah,
6 hours
probably.
into it too.
Game kind of hard, bro. Like, just you take big damage from everything, and it's like, as I said, like it was like a Zelda game, but it also has this little Dark Souls references of like, hey, bro, like you will get punished for not knowing what to do or how to play. So, and then something else came out like right after, then I ended up like putting it down. But it's a good game.
Sure.
I didn't not beat it because I was having a bad time. I just didn't beat it because I was busy.
Sure.
So, yeah, it's a good game though. I like. If you didn't know about the history of that game, it was actually kind of announced like probably like a good 10 years ago almost.
Yeah.
And then they just kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't look much different from the version I saw 10 years ago, but I don't really think that matters too much. Like, we're getting pixel games still all the time. So graphics, aside, it still looks good. I think it wasn't like I was like, bro, this should be on the Xbox One or something, like
Right.
or the first Xbox, sorry. But yeah, it's a good looking game. I think it's rewarding, which is like really good when you finally do something or beat something, and it leaves a lot of area for you to kind of just explore into your own thing as well, while also giving you slight guidelines so that you don't get too lost.
Sure. I thought that it was if this came out like 10 years ago, it would have changed the world. Like, it would have been fantastic. It coming out now is, I don't know. It's good, but I don't know. It didn't blow my mind. I'm enjoying it, but I haven't played it for like a couple days now, and I feel like I'm going to be like you, and I'm just going to drop off it. I'm not finding it that hard because I think I've played a bunch of Souls games and stuff, so I know what it's like. And then I got like, I'm a big like explorer in this stuff, so I found a lot of like the strength power-ups and the health power-ups and whatever. So like I found a lot of the side stuff that made it easier. But yeah, I don't know. I like it enough. I was kind of mad that game never goes on sale. I don't know if you've noticed that. I bought I've had it in my cart forever, and I just bought it at 30 because I gave up. They do not put the price down on that joint. Never.
On Tunic?
Yep.
I don't think they can, bro. You spend 10 years in development on one game, like there's no sales to be done. Like, we got to make that money back.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you got 10 years of sunk costs. That's a good point.
It's like we got to pay these people for sure. So, but yeah, as I said, it's a good game. I think if you're into that type of game, then get in there, brother.
Sure.
Because I had a great time for the hours I played it. I think what will happen is that when I finally do carve out some free time to like spend it, I'm probably just gonna start over.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, because you're gonna have The cool thing about the game, and I hope I could talk about this now, because like it's kind of a spoiler, but not really. Because I don't know myself, I haven't gotten far enough, but it reminds me of like I would have friends who would tell stories of they would like get an import RPG or a game from Japan and they knew nothing about it and they had to like figure out the game sort of because they didn't know how to speak Japanese or how to read it. So they would have to figure out what to do in the game through that. And Tunic is very much, it feels like that. It has this meta element of like a guidebook, a game within a game, and you have to like discover what the words mean. It's really cool. I think that's a really interesting and neat mechanic. But I'm in this weird spot because like I feel like there isn't enough pushing me along in the moment to moment. And maybe that's because I'm not a Zelda guy. I don't know. It has like the guidebook that tells you what to do, but I don't know. It's not my type of game like to the core, but I still really like it. Maybe I would tell you to get it on sale, but it never goes on sale, so just buy it at some point, I guess, if you wanna. If you're looking for something like that. Great on Steam Deck, by the way. That's the reason I got it. I love my Steam Deck.
Steam Deck go crazy. Yeah,
it's so good, dude. You know what's crazy good, and this is an unsolicited sponsorship that they're not paying me to say. If you look up, I think it's called Nreal Air glasses. These things are crazy. My friend had somebody brought them over the other day. It's just basically like Google Glass. It's like it's glasses that have they project the screen. They're kind of expensive. They're like $400, which is a lot. But them on the Steam Deck is a different world, bro. It's unbelievable.
Hey man, it's free delivery though for Prime members, $379.
Only $3. It's $400 for glasses, but you get them for free. They deliver, so take the good with the bad, right?
And then you just look like a really cool guy everywhere you're going, but you're really just playing games. Like, yeah, no, I can see it,
dude. It's so nice on. I can imagine it's really nice on the plane. I obviously, I'm not traveling that much anymore. Probably, a lot of stuff I'm not going to, but I'm probably gonna pick one up down the line maybe. But yeah, this is an unsolicited, like they haven't paid me to say this. I just love that thing. So it blew my mind when I tried it. So anyway,
right, there you go.
There you go.
Some Nreal glasses if you have $400 in a Prime membership to spare. That's all. Yeah, there you go.
Woo! Works on the Switch too. So thanks everybody for tuning in to Y'all Gaming. I think that's gonna do it for today. If you guys have anything else you'd like us to talk about, let us know. Use the hashtag Y'all Gaming on Twitter. And we'll be back next week. And I think you're going back to streaming, right?
I'm gonna go play some HDR. So come over and watch some illegal gaming. Woo!
So you're doing that online, right?
Yeah.
I gotta figure that out. Do you have to you can't just do like Elite Smash, right? It's not like.
No, you have to. It's arenas. So
that's annoying.
I mean, it's not really because you can just go post in North America East. But the thing is, I guess if you're trying to do that thing where you would like to not be perceived, then yeah, it kind of sucks for you.
I'm not trying to be perceived ever. Yeah, I'm trying to be totally anonymous. But then again, maybe I could just change my Switch name and my Discord. I don't know, maybe might be a way to do it, but whatever. Anyway, we're gonna go over to TK stream, watch some HDR. I'll be tuning in for a little bit, and we'll see you guys next week on Y'all Gaming. Goodbye.